I'm David Berard, and this is my wife, Susan. We've lived here since 2016 in this house, and a fire came over the mountain.
Pretty quickly, when the wind changed, within just a couple of hours, everything changed. The police came, the sheriff's deputy said, you need to evacuate. And I had less than 45 minutes to gather up 3 dogs, a cat, and our most precious belongings. When the guys came and said, you need to leave now, I asked them, what are the chances? Because the fire literally was already on our property. What are the chances of you saving our house, our office, the vehicles? He said 50-50, and it really hit home. So I took the dogs and the cat, and it really makes you determine what's important in life, I guess. I was really happy to hear that the house was saved later, but I came back to devastation. Everything was burned around. It was all black and ash, and a lot of damage to the house. Thank God the house and the garage and the office didn't burn down, but there was a ton of damage. And I just started doing some Google searches, and I didn't even know there was such a thing as a company that would take care of everything for you. Faithful came up as the most recommended company for this type of work in Billings, Montana. So then what was important to me, besides the ratings, the customer ratings, the ability to have a live person answer the phone. So I made one phone call. I didn't call any other companies, and someone very kind answered the phone, very compassionate, and we set up an appointment for the day that David got back, and that's how things started.
It's like after the first visit, the manager came out, the claims adjuster came out, and everybody just walked around and they looked at the place. And Jeremy was there, and Susan had talked to me about it, and I thought that this would be the way to go. I've had experience with another claim that worked out really well when you have a contractor who works with the insurance company. That's very important. And so they seem to be good people, you know, and they came into the house, and I knew after talking that number one, it would be at least 2 months of them being here 5 days a week, 6, 7 hours a day, and that 2 months of that, and that they would be in every nook and cranny of everything that's in this house and in the garage and in the office. And so a certain amount of trust and connection had to happen when they arrived and when they started working. And they worked very well, and we hit it off. And it's so important, if somebody's gonna be in every nook and cranny in your house, that you connect with them. They took every piece of clothing in our house that was on, well, all of my stuff on this level and that level. Off it went, came back very well, clean, pressed, beautifully done. The crew is very meticulous. They don't fool around. They see something that needs to be done, and they talk about it, and they do it. And Lindsay is great at the detail work and knowing what has to be done. And Jeremy, you know, he's the team leader. He doesn't stand back and watch people do work. He is in there up to his elbows doing exactly what everybody else is doing. And so he's a great leader because he's in there with you. And anyone else that they brought up here were generally kind and understanding and good people to be around. So the whole experience over 2 months, while it was lengthy, it seemed, and you know, your house isn't yours. Even though it took 2 months, we enjoyed their company, and we celebrated the victory when they were finished.
For me, it was a little simpler than that. I have 2 German Shepherds and 1 Great Pyrenees, and my dogs loved the crew. And so if my dogs love you, then you're okay with me. They took loving care. It was as if it was their own home, and they treated our house and us with so much respect and love, really. Our house smelled like an ashtray. I mean, we don't smoke, and it smelled like somebody had been smoking in our house for 40 years. And now you can walk in and it doesn't, you can't, there's no sign of the smoke. They cleaned every crack and crevice in a beautifully hand made log home, and they literally cleaned everything that we owned.
I think I would add that the difference between doing a good job and doing a great job, it's all about the little things. And Jeremy and Lindsay and Jeff and crew know about the little things, and they do them. Everything that these people have done, that you people have done at Faithful Restoration, has been absolutely professional. And I thank you guys for all the work you've done for us.